Now, this is the front, this is a porch of my house, which is right on pretty much the main road. And I could never do videos out here because there's usually vehicles coming up and down here. Not just scooters. It's usually scooters, tuk-tuks, chicken buses, trucks, turismo vans, all kinds of shit coming by here. And they all make a lot of noise because there's a speed bump over here. So they're usually driving really fast and then slow and then start the, whatever, they're braking or whatever. So I have let me tell you why there's a protest going on nationwide. There's actually two going on in this area right now. One is I guess where Panachel dumps its garbage is up the road a bit, and the locals there are complaining about the amount of garbage. This happens every so often. Garbage stops, and they fight and they get what they want, whatever. It's just a ploy. But the other nationwide event that's going on is that the government now wants to make car insurance mandatory if you have passengers. So the whole country's going bananas because you can get a ride in a little pickup truck, a shuttle, whatever. There are all kinds of ways that people pay for transport, including like a tuk-tuk, and everyone's against this because even the poor people, that's who get tagged the most because those are the ones that don't have cars. They're the ones that know that the prices are going to go up. So the whole country is shut down. Businesses are closed. There's no commerce going on. There's nothing going on. It's us against them. And they'll win, I believe. But why is the Guatemalan government doing this? Well, here's my hypothesis. When the vice president first came down here, 8 months ago, I think what they did was they made a deal with the Guatemalan government to start clamping down on the northbound flow of caravans, right? Because Guatemala's a choke point. Can't get anywhere from southern and Latin America to Mexico without going through Guatemala. We're from the Pacific to the Caribbean. You can't pass through. You can't come through without passing. So a friend of mine who travels to Honduras frequently, he's noticed that the southern borders have gotten a lot more secure, and they're doing a lot more things there. We have a SAT office, which is basically like an IRS, for lack of a better term, and they usually check to see if you're bringing stuff from out of the country into the country, and they want their tax on it. Like, I brought a car full of shit here, I'm allowed to bring it because I'm a pensionado, or I'm a retiree here, and I'm a permanent resident. So I got away with that. But people go to other places to buy stuff and bring it in here, so they get their excise tax on it, and that's what SAT's supposed to do. But that's not what they're doing. They're looking for vaccine passports and vaccine shit, and this country just instituted vaccine passports. At first, we heard it was just the airport, and then they said no. They said we'll decide later. And a couple of days later, they came back and included land borders. Now, the reason why they're including land borders is so that, my hypothesis, is so that they can keep people out. I believe the United States government has made a deal with the Guatemalan government they'll supply them with money, and they'll build build up the southern borders better, and the choke point is now at the Guatemalan border, not at the Texas-California border. So that's a really sneaky fucking way of handling immigration control without having to actually look like they're doing anything. And that's fucking devious. If I happen to be right, that is fucking devious. And one of the things I've noticed that there's a lot of money coming into this country for security. Even in this town, there's all kinds of security measures going on now. We've got cones. People can walk over here. They close the street sometimes because there's too much traffic. I see the writing on the walls in this country. I might have to leave, although this next year I'm solely focusing on learning a bunch of things. I am not going to leave for another year, and I'm looking at El Salvador because El Salvador, well, They made Bitcoin a national currency. How can I not test that place out? And I feel that Guatemala is increasingly becoming under the control of the United States. So it's time to find another place. That's my hypothesis, and I'm sticking to it until I get other data that suggests otherwise.